So, it's hunting season apparently. I don't have anything orange, but I'm just going to go out here for a little bit. These bikers were just out there. This is very wet. I'm not going to be able to go very far anyways. And they didn't see anybody out there at all. They were on bikes, so they went through quite a bit. So I'm gonna check it out. I have to do that sometime. I'm only going to be out here for a little bit, so I'm not doing that. Feels like temperatures in the lower 90s right now. Not terrible for us. So we're at the Cypress Dome Trail. All right. Social distance 6 feet outside. Okay. I know we have to be exposed to other people's germs, right? That's how we have a strong immune system. But we won't do that here today. Just wasn't expecting to see that out in the middle of nowhere, you know. Looks like that sign needs to be replaced. It's all peeling away and stuff. All right, and then if I go to the right, it's going to be marker number 1. Okay, well, let's read this stuff. I've never been here before, might as well just enjoy it. Looks like there's some poop bags that were left. You are in bear country. Bears usually avoid people, but you should make noise to ensure your presence is known. If you encounter a bear at close range, back away slowly, raise your arms, and speak in a calm voice. If the bear approaches you, hold your ground, wave your arms, and speak loudly. Do not play dead or climb a tree or run. Exactly. I always thought that was the stupidest idea. If you guys can play dead, I'm going to run. Don't climb a tree either, because they can climb better than you, and then you're screwed. Be ready to use bear spray if approached within 20 to 30 feet. Spray low and be aware of wind direction. That's a good point, actually. I have pepper spray. I don't have bear spray. I'm going to need to get that. But yeah, that's a good idea to make sure you're not downwind from where you're spraying. If a black bear makes contact with you, fight back aggressively. Yeah, no crap. Just don't lay there and die, folks. Come on now. In the presence of panthers, which I would love to see a panther. Crew Wildlife and Environmental Area is special because it's one of the very few places where rare Florida panthers still live. This area was purchased in part to protect this panther habitat. You can see where it is there too on the map. We're in the green section right there. Panthers live here because these pine forests and hardwood hammocks provide the shelter and food, deer and hogs mostly. They need to live and raise their kittens. Unless you're very lucky, you'll probably never see a panther in the wild. Panthers usually rest during the day, hidden in thickets of palmetto. At dusk, they begin to travel and hunt. But if you are very observant, you may be able to spot tracks and scrapes left behind by one of Florida's last panthers. Panthers are large, powerful cats. For safety's sake, when visiting, hike with a friend. If you should see a panther, do not run. Give the animal space to escape. Look large, raise your arms, and speak loudly. Pick up small children. In the likely event you are attacked, fight back. Yeah, people. If you ever get attacked by something, fight back. It's always a good idea. All right, so I'm just going to check out. So that's the yellow. Okay, here we go. This is how this works. Watch out for stuff on the ground, too. So that's the yellow trail. I'm not going on that one today, but that's marker 1. Okay, that's a green trail, but it loops around. I don't think it will loop around today because of how wet it's going to be out here. What I saw at Cypress Slough the other day, I don't normally do these this time of year when it's still rainy season. So there's going to be a lot of water. But it is a very peaceful area back here. And what I'll probably do is what I did on Cypress Slough, because I don't know if this will freeze up like my last one did once I get out here, is on my way back, I'm just going down here and then I'm going to turn around and come back today. I'm not going too far on this trail. But what I will do is end the live stream and then film on my way back. So I make sure I at least have some footage from out here. So don't hate me because of it. Gotta do what you gotta do. I know all 4 of my followers, or 5, or whatever it is, aren't gonna mind that much. Ooh. Hearing lots of stuff in the bushes, in the saw palmettos in particular. Now, I would think that these animals aren't gonna be by this area during the daytime because they know it's gonna be frequented by people. But nonetheless, gotta be careful. At least there's a porta potty out here because you wouldn't want to have to take a leak in the, wide open wilderness where nobody else is around. But okay. All right, so there's a bench or something out there. Can't really tell which way you're supposed to go. I'm gonna keep going this way for now. Oh yeah, so I don't think that's, I think the trail goes to the left there. Oh yeah, this is green stuff. Okay. There's a marker on the tree up here. I do have a walking stick that I found on the beach. I've got it modified a little bit, and I'm gonna have to tape it up a little, make it a little stronger. But it is my weapon besides my pepper spray. So it's a little hot. I know we're coming up to the campsite. I saw you can ride horses back here and you can camp back here for free. You just have to obtain a special permit to do it, which is kind of nice. And they do some prescribed burns out here, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing that sooner than later while it's still a little wet. But I don't know what time of year they do that. They might do it in the spring too. It's beautiful out here, folks. It's beautiful. It's one of the last habitats for the Florida panther, which makes sense why we see them over 11. There was something big. We see them 11 miles from here, where we live. Yeah, this is definitely a little sketchy. I wouldn't want to come out here at night, for sure. People that camp out here, wow. Kudos, people. I'm gonna go in this little covered area for a minute, set up my camera. We're just gonna chill here for a little bit. That's marker 2. Perfect. And it looks like they just cut this so you can cut around here too if you want. Probably for the hunters too. If they get something, they can drive the truck right out here and throw it in the back. Oh, here's a watershed sign too. I'll show you guys that. Because these are all interesting little tidbits. I'm not going to go ahead and clip highlights out of these videos if I want to. So, yeah, something's in there. Smaller. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, there we go. So what is a watershed? A watershed is an area of land where water drains and is collected and stored. This unique area is always changing depending on the seasons and contains various habitats from dry. Okay, I got lots of ants down here. From dry. Upland areas to sawgrass marshes and cypress swamps. The watershed you are standing in allows water to slowly travel over the landscape and soak into the aquifer. This helps prevent flooding in surrounding neighborhoods and filters pollutants from the water. Surface flow. So it starts with rain, number one. Water travels in a cycle, and when a water droplet falls from the sky, it is the first step of its journey on the cruise. Surface flow, number two. Water droplets slowly travels downhill through the plants and soil, which helps clean the water and filter out the pollutants. So you got the pine uplands, the oak hammocks, sawgrass marsh, wetlands. Gulf of Mexico is right over there. And you got salt water, pumps and wells, limestone, aquifer. Kind of cleans it all out. All right. Recharging the groundwater, the water droplets soak into the ground and through limestone to fill our aquifer. Water is stored here until wells draw it from the aquifer for use. Why you should care? You play an important role in this watershed. The water, the land, the animals, the people. Okay? I'm not going to stand in that spot though. Again, I have never been here before and I'm not about to get bit up by fire ants. I do have a cooler on my shoulder and I do have my EpiPens in there, so don't worry about that. I got enough to get me to the hospital, so as long as I'm not out here too far, which I'm not planning on being. All right, I'm going to give you a view of each side of this, I think, for a little bit. It's a nice shady area, and who knows, if I'm quiet, maybe something will just show up. It's kind of how it happens. So I'll just let you enjoy right there. Whoever's on, if you're logged in, you can comment and let me know what you'd like to see or what you're hoping to see. If not, it's okay. A lot of people aren't logged in and they can't comment, and I'm on a lot of apps a lot of things I go on, I don't log in because I don't want to comment either, so it's all good. Again, this is My Walks in Paradise. I have an exclusive channel on Rumble, that's where all my exclusive content makes it. Then I will, clip out little small segments to throw on TikTok and Instagram, so people can watch the full videos on my Rumble channel. And then I obviously have this Twitch. I also do have YouTube, but they suck. I don't like them, so don't even go there. You can if you really have to, but I'm not a big fan. They steal money from me, so I don't really want to send people their way, you know what I mean? But Rumble is a censor-free platform, so I can speak my mind because I pay for it, and it's mine, and I can do what I want. And I'm opinionated, I'm a free man, and I support your rights to it, and if I don't agree with your opinions, you're entitled to your own opinion. We all are. Nobody's entitled to force theirs on you, though, okay? Because that is, unconstitutional. So, and as I film for a living and stuff over the years, and helped with military and police and stuff with PTSD, anxiety, depression, addiction, stuff like that, I have learned my rights better than most police officers. Actually, I know the Constitution better than most of them, yeah. And I know my rights, my First Amendment rights specifically, when it comes to recording. So, I'm going to go quiet now. I'm going to let you guys enjoy this. You might hear me getting in my cooler because it's hot, but enjoy, guys. It's a beautiful day here in Immokalee, Florida. lots of weird noises. Lots of weird noises. Most of it's just because we have this at our house, like the palm fronds, the bigger ones, they make some scary sounds sometimes. But this is very thick behind me here. So this is kind of wide open. It's like, oh guys, you can kind of see in there. I mean, yeah, some cats could probably be walking through there and you wouldn't even notice them until it got closer. Then you have this carved out area over here, which is the campsite. So I think they just mow that back there so you can put your tents. It's kind of nice. This was what was behind me. That's a little scarier, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty thick. You pitch in with your screen, I guess. Right there could have anything in it. And so my wife, a couple funny stories with well, not one funny story. We were walking down by the beach one day, and there's a little trail. There's like some dunes and little sawgrass and stuff. And it was right by the ocean, like right by the water. And you have to kind of cut around a little bit to get back to this cool little private beach. And she's like, I don't want to go through there. There's probably snakes in there. And I said, there's no way there's snakes in there. There's not snakes down by the ocean, because why would they be right by the ocean? There's nothing for them to eat, you know? So we start walking through. She goes first. Oh my God, wouldn't you believe it? A black racer shot out right across her feet. A huge one. So, she was right about that. I felt like an idiot. But the other thing she's been saying a lot of is when we go to Cypress and stuff, she's worried about a snake falling out of the trees. And I'm like, probably could happen, honestly. I mean, it's very plausible. They climb. We've watched them, Byerly and I, climb through our bushes, and they're great climbers. I didn't realize how easily they climb stuff. And sure enough, on Nextdoor the other day, some neighbor posted that she was outside and a snake fell from the trees on her. Yeah. So that could happen in here too. Anyways, I'm gonna let you enjoy nature. There's lots of gunshots in the background there. That was 6 or 7 gunshots. Not super close. Sound like shotguns, maybe. But it also makes me not want to stay here. I don't think that they would be shooting around the campsite, even with it being hunting season and stuff. It said on the sign out there that it is hunting season, that I could go down the road a couple miles and there's a trail to catch up with, but where there is no hunting allowed. But this is what I had studied before I came here, so this is the area I knew. So I'm not going to go into a new spot without doing any research. And I figured I'd just walk in and check it out. But I don't have orange on. And it said hikers were still welcome too. But I don't have orange on, and I'm from Michigan, I'm not an idiot, so I definitely am going to stick to right where I'm at right here, and then head out of here shortly. and we'll come back. Come back with an orange vest, and we'll take you out here further into this. I wanted to scope it out at this time of day anyways. But I feel pretty safe in this area. I'm in a covered building, essentially. It's out in the open. Somebody could be camping here. Anybody that would know anything wouldn't be shooting in this direction. That doesn't mean it couldn't happen. Anyways, so enjoy the rest of this while it lasts. In case. And there is a thing up front that you can sign when you check in and check out, so make sure that if somebody doesn't come out of here, they go looking for you. But I didn't plan